We always say, come over and talk to us because we're ready to talk to you. So if we have any fans walking by who want to chat with us, no, I guess those two don't. But anyways.
I thought you already did all that.
No, we haven't done that part yet.
Oh, okay.
We did go downstairs and we had a little discussion with the manager of the Cardinals, the skipper, Tony La Russa. We're going to hear that in a little bit.
He doesn't like
to.
He
No,
doesn't like
He really doesn't. I don't think so. But I asked the hard-hitting question.
Tony likes and respects me. I think he considers me a friend. But Brad, he doesn't like Brad.
You know who I get along with real well? Me and La Russa don't see eye to eye, but me and Mike Keenan, we were like this. I could end a press conference with him laughing.
You were friends with the Antichrist, Mike Keenan.
I like Mike Keenan. He was a fun guy to deal with.
Yeah. You know what? You look at the team now, Pavel Dimitra. That idiot Mike Keenan traded Krister Olson for him. Can you believe that? What a jerk, what an imbecile. The Antichrist, Mike Keenan, strikes again.
I have just noticed something funny about the fans walking by tonight. They're squinting at the microphone trying to figure out who the hell we are.
They're not the only ones, brother.
All right. Well, we did talk to Tony La Russa earlier in the day here at opening day, Busch Stadium. Let's go downstairs and check that out. And welcome back. We're with the skipper of the Cardinals, Tony La Russa, and this is the fourth opening day for you here. Can you imagine any place else having a situation where the opening day is looked upon as much as the Cardinal fans do?
No, I mean, there are other places, not to disrespect any place else, but nobody does it better. I mean, this would be tied for first with the very best. Just the enthusiasm of the fans, the history, the knowledge of their fans, the way they appreciate their club. I mean, there's no place better than this.
Spring training looked like fun. You guys had a good spring training. When you come out of it with not many injuries, obviously Matt Morris was a tough injury, and you've got some Nixon, Renteria, and Langford. But starting-wise, you've got your lineup pretty much where you want it, right?
Well, I mean, if I said that, I'd be kidding you. You know, you don't have Langford in the lineup. I mean, that's a big hit to us. But what you got to concentrate on is the guys that you have. And we have enough to be competitive and win a bunch of ball games. But we're definitely anxious to get Ray back. We lost David Howard the other day. He's very important to our team. So, you know, just like every other team, you got problems, you got to deal with them.
Let's talk about the starting pitching. A lot of people looked at the starting pitching as Matt Morris as being the ace, but tonight Donovan Osborne gets to start. What do you think of the starting pitching going into the season? Do you think there's going to be any adjustments coming throughout the season, or can we go with this staff right now?
Well, you're always trying to improve, but the key is to have a chance to win every day that you play. And the way our starters are set up, they're very competitive, and they're healthy, and I think they're going to get us deep into the game. So I think they'll do their part.
The bullpen and Batalico and Radinsky coming in, that really solidifies a bullpen that had 31 blown saves. You got to be happy about what you've got down there.
Yeah, I like our bullpen a lot of weapons, a lot of problems to the other side. It's just, you know, to be fair, it's catching the ball, it's scoring runs. It's starting pitching, it's relief pitching, you know, so we shouldn't focus on one part of the club because everybody's got to put their piece in.
What is Mark McGwire looking to do this season? I know that you've spent the season with him. I know 70 home runs last year was fun. Does he? I mean, is it something that he looks to do, or is it just let's win some games now? Let's get rid of the Mark McGwire fan show. Let's get the Cardinals into the World Series.
Well, that's exactly what he tried to do last year. If you look at all the clutch home runs, you don't just hit home runs to tie a game or put you ahead unless you're playing the game. I mean, Mark's got to do the same as it was last year. He's here to help win a game. It's just that his weapons include a long ball. So his thinking is just the same. We all want the club to get off to a better start than we did last year, so it can be more fun all year long, not just the second half.
Look at the outfield. You had Eric Davis to the team, and you have J.D. Drew in his first full season, along with Ray Langford. So potentially this could be a great outfield for years to come.
That's right. You know, we lost a great player in Brian Jordan, so Eric is outstanding acquisition by our front office, and he will set up very well for us. J.D. got all the talent in the world, and we're looking forward to watching him through his first full Major League season, so it should be a very interesting club.
With the NL Central being down, Moises Alou out for Houston, Kerry Wood out. I mean, obviously you want to look at your own team, but that's got to help the psyche of the team right now.
Well, you know, you take care of your own business. How do we get encouraged? We lose Matt Morris. What does Kerry Wood do for us? Take care of your own team. We've taken some hits. Everybody else has too. You just understand that's part of the game, and you play as well as you can with the guys that you have.
Thank you, Tony La Russa, for joining us. Right. We're joined by my favorite sportscaster, Rich Gould.
What are you doing on
My
here?
favorite.
You had La Russa longer than anybody. You had him for like 20 minutes.
He yelled at me.
He must watch your show.
You think he does?
I think that he does. If you had him for 20 minutes, he must have known that he wanted to be on your show, Brad.
I think after 5, he was hitting me in the ribs saying, let's end this. Did you ever get to spend... He's a very intense guy, isn't he?
He's very intense. He's polite. He never does anything to disrespect the game. He's very big on that. Even a question that I asked him earlier, and one that you probably asked him too, about opening day and how cool it is to have opening day in St. Louis. Well, it depends how you phrase it. I phrased it, isn't this the best in baseball? And he says, well, and he smiled. He says, I don't want to be disrespectful to other cities in baseball, but it's definitely tied for first. When I was traveling with the Cardinals the last 2 years, he was an absolute gentleman and helped me every time. There's never been a time I went to Tony La Russa and said, Tony, I need a minute or two of your time to talk baseball or to find out what's going on in your head or to do an interview after the game, that he didn't say, sure, let's do it, Rich. He's great that way.
Let's talk about opening day for you. You're a longtime Cardinal fan, I'm sure. What any memories? I mean, the last 2 years have provided some great memories. Willie McGee with the home run in the ninth inning, and then obviously Mark McGwire's grand slam.
Yeah, really the last 2 years, and you hit on both of them. Last year when McGwire hit the grand slam, I was standing in the KPLR luxury box. And I thought when he hit it, I'm watching the left fielder. You're trained to do that, especially if you can't see, and I couldn't. You're in one of these luxury boxes. Anything that goes as high as McGwire hits them, and you lose them sometime for days. But so I'm looking at the left fielder. He's taken 4 steps in, and I'm thinking, uh-oh. Now he's drifting back, and as he went about 2 steps back, I said, son of a gun, I think he did it. And he did. It was a home run grand slam for the Cardinals. McGee's home run, the memory that I have there really is more about Ozzie Smith than anything. You know, Ozzie screaming, yelling, and the excitement of having Ozzie and Willie talk to each other. You know, I was down here roving, so I'm the first one to interview Willie McGee after the home run. As soon as the game's over, boom, we've got him over. I'm talking to Willie, and I said, hey, Willie, we got a guy upstairs that wants to talk to you. That was pretty cool.
What, you roving again this year for WB11?
You bet. I'll do some stuff on the road. I mean, chances are I'll show up in Chicago. I think I've got a trip to Los Angeles scheduled to do some things.
And a trip to Chicago. Are the Cardinals in town, too? You just
no, I'm going to Chicago. My daughter's playing volleyball or something. So, but, yeah, the home stuff, the roving part, it's very different than doing analyst, very different than being in the booth. It's more about fans and what's going on. Some journalism applies. If somebody gets injured, for example, then it's my job to hustle down and see what happened. Last year during McMania when he's hitting the home runs, then it's your job to grab the guy who caught the ball and interview them. But a lot of times it's just fun stuff. It's the guy in the Superman costume, you know. It's the hot dog vendor who's showing off.
The couple making out upstairs.
Well, now that rarely gets seen. Those are gag reel things, Brad.
You have a few of those over at WB11. What do you were down with the team at spring training. What do you think of this team? I know a lot of people are scared about that starting pitching.
Well, I still am too. I know Tony's not. He believes that the bullpen's going to cure all ills, and so does Walt, and I hope that they're right. But when you look around baseball and see great starting staffs, and you think, well, how do we stack up to the staff in Los Angeles, really, or to the staff in Houston? As we look at our own division, you think not as well as you'd like.